So most people lose money with dropshipping. I had months where I tested products that completely flopped. I had high CPMs, high cost per acquisitions, and just like really bad creatives. So as you can see, I spent $420 with a $60 cost per acquisition. I only got back $194.85, but I'm showing you that just to show you that the very next month, I spent $10,000 in ads with a $3 to $5 cost per acquisition. And then in November, I had $46,000 generated. So it's really all about testing and improving on each test and also being consistent. So here's actually why 99% of people fail. A lot of you guys, including myself, have had shiny object syndrome. You're chasing the next best or trendiest product. You're switching niches every 2 months without really giving your products a chance. And believe it or not, you could have had a winning product, but your creatives were just horrible. So let me show you an example of what a good and a bad creative looks like. Creative 2.
The light bills are getting out of hand, so I just went ahead and grabbed some of these motion sensor lights. Now they came with these magnetic strips that pretty much let you stick these anywhere you want. They have 3 different color modes that you can change them to, and they're even rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about these things dying on you.
So as you can guess, Creative 1 is the best creative. Yeah, that's definitely a joke. So Creative 2 is clearly separating itself. I mean, you can see there's a hook. It says the light bills are getting out of hand, and then it goes into showing you how the product works. So it's definitely night and day when it comes to choosing which one is going to be converting the best. And then the third biggest reason why most people fail is because of your offer strategy. You can't just hope that $29.99 will sell. You need to have bundles, maybe a free plus shipping offer, or even offering something for free in addition to their original purchase. So let's go over some examples of what a good and what a bad product page looks like. So here's the first one, a ladies beach kimono, like a little robe, I guess. So they have one basic price, $48.99, no bundle offer, just one color. Description is very basic, and then reviews. But let's look at the second website. As you can see, a big difference in comparison, and then they even have a bundle offer here. So they're showing what's most popular, and they have a good quality GIF, good description, and then they even have care tips, shipping, returns. So a great example, not so great example. So what I did differently and how I won, which is the title of this video. So all I did was just double down on everything I just mentioned why people fail, and just became better at them. So sticking to one niche, creating better ads, having a better offer, using bundles, optimizing my product page, and learning how to actually run ads. So you really have to treat it like a real brand. Take Gymshark as an example. They started in 2012 as a dropshipping operation. They used Shopify and initially dropshipped supplements and fitness gear before switching to their own apparel. And now they're a $1 billion global fitness brand that everyone knows about. And the reality is, when you start dropshipping, there are many hats you have to wear when first starting your online business, and you need to be good at all of them to be successful. So let's just quickly break down the different hats you have to wear. So the first is you as the entrepreneur. You're wearing the CEO hat. You're the visionary. You decide the niche, the products, the branding, and the direction of your brand. You also have to do market research. So you have to analyze trends, study your competition, find winning products. You need to understand what people want and if there's even demand. And then you're doing the product sourcing, so you need to find a reliable supplier. Most of you will just use AliExpress in the beginning, but you still have to worry about the product quality that's being sent out, the shipping times, and the pricing margins. You're also like a creative director because you have to design your website, add product pages, and add the branding. You have to think about how your store looks and feels to your customer. And then you have to do the actual marketing for your store. So you're going to run paid ads, whether that's on Facebook, TikTok, or Google, and you have to know how to set up email campaigns. You'll also be doing customer service, so you have to learn how to reply to DMs, emails, and handle complaints professionally, ideally. And not only that, you have to manage returns, chargebacks, shipping delays, and really just keep customers happy. And you're also doing the order fulfillment. So even though you're not packaging boxes yourself, you still have to place orders or automate fulfillment. And you also have to make sure tracking information is going out and logistics run smoothly and everything like that. And then you're like a financial manager because you have to manage the ad spend, the product cost, the payment processor fees. So you have to track cash flow, return on ad spend, and make budget decisions like daily. You also have to analyze the data. So you have to optimize your store, do A/B testing to find out which offer is actually the best. Look at your conversion rate, your average order value, and bounce rate. For example, how many people are adding to cart and not checking out? Why are they not checking out? The last part is probably the compliance and legal aspect of it. So then you just have to have, terms and conditions and the privacy policy on your store, which isn't that hard, and taxes, which is something you worry about only after you make money. And then you'll want to trademark your product because you don't want people stealing your brand. So you just want to keep your store legit to avoid being banned or getting sued. So I know this might sound like a lot, but it's really not as complex. So at the end of the day, dropshipping definitely does work. So master these skills, focus on giving value and treating it like a real business. So if this helped, drop a like, subscribe, and comment with a W if you're locked in. All right, and I'll catch you guys next time.